Hello guys, Journey to Ribs here. So today I'm going to be showing you some of the beauties of Ithaca. And while I'm showing you that, I'm going to be talking a little bit about nutrition. So I hope you enjoy this video and let me know what you think. If you like these types of videos, I'll put out some more of them. Thanks.
Alright, everyone, so today we're going to be discussing the secrets to burning fat and building muscle. So there's a lot that goes into this. I'm just going to be pretty much going over all the basics. This is going to be a three-part series. So I'm going to get started with the first part today, which is the all-important nutrition aspect. So nutrition is really important for fat loss as well as it is for building muscle. And pretty much I'm going to be covering diet concepts, caloric intake, macronutrients, hydration, and then we're going to be putting all of those together and pretty much say what you should be putting into your body. And then I'm also going to be giving a personal example as to what I'm doing currently. So I'm gonna get started off with the diet concepts. So first off, you can't think of nutrition as a diet. Um, that's because if you think about it as a diet, you think about it as a restrictive element, and if you make something too restrictive, you will not stick to it, and you will eventually quit. And that's what we want to get away from. You want to build something that accommodates you and your goals. So contrary to popular belief, a good diet does not have to be low on carbs or super low on fats. You can get a nice blend of the two and still maintain a healthy, good diet that satisfies your needs. So, though people could attain good results on either one of those, they both have their pros and cons. And mainly those arise like in issue those issues arise mainly in like the type of fats and carbs that you're putting into your body. So uh we will go into this now further, and I'm going to explain to you how you can build a personalized diet that can match your personal goals while not being too restrictive. So let's first off talk about a little bit about caloric intake. So this is pretty basic. I mean, if just think about it this way, everybody has their maintenance calories, meaning that if you eat the same amount of calories every day, you're gonna stay around the same amount of weight, and that's why normally once you've reached a certain age, you uh, the you normally like the same amount of food every day, and like your weight resembles that. Some people obviously it's different, like their maintenance calories depending on their level of activity. So but basically everybody has their own maintenance calories. There's a few ways to calculate these. Um, I will post a link down below to a maintenance calorie calculator, or you could just use MyFitnessPal app. That app is great. I highly recommend it. MyFitnessPal. It helps you track calories. It helps you set goals, etc., etc., etc. So if you want to gain weight, what you need to do is you need to eat more calories than your maintenance calories. As simple as that. If you want to lose weight, you have to eat less calories than your maintenance calories. Simple as that. Nothing else to it. It's pretty basic. So now I'm going to go into the dietary building blocks, which is the macronutrients, carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, um, and how they should be arranged by percentages depending on goals and what accommodates you. So this is pretty important as well. So first off, let's talk about carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are 4 calories per gram. Carbs are the main energy producing nutrients. So this is really important. Obviously, because you want to have energy throughout the day. You don't want to be sluggish. You want to be alive and well. So carbs can be divided into two main groups: the good carbs and the bad carbs. So let me go a little bit into this. So there's a term that can describe this called the glycemic index. So pretty much the bad carbs are high glycemic carbs, meaning that they convert into sugar more quickly in the bloodstream. Examples of this are refined sugars, just like regular sugar that you put into your coffee, donuts, ice cream, candy. You could probably think of some examples off the top of your head. Just refined refined sugars. So those are the ones that you want to stay away from. The good carbs are the ones that convert into sugar more slowly, and these are low glycemic carbs. Examples of that are vegetables, brown rice, oatmeal, broccoli, etc. You could probably think of some examples of those as well. So, in order to successfully lose body fat, you must keep your blood sugar levels under control. This is really important. Too much sugar in your bloodstream will be stored as fat if it is not used. So, that indicates that you want to time your carbs pretty well. So let's give an example here. If you're going to be working out at a specific time, you probably want to get your most of your carbs around that time period. So just pretty much eat the majority of your daily carbs during periods of activity. That's a pretty basic understanding. Further, carbs with lots of fiber are good for your heart, digestive tract, and help control blood sugar as well. So fiber helps you keep yourself full. It's really important, and it is essential to controlling your blood sugar as well. And just if you don't want to deprive yourself of carbs, because that can lead to vitamin deficiencies, and that is a downward spiral. Again, 4 calories per gram, so each gram of carbs equals 4 calories. Let's go to the next one, which is fats. So fats are 9 calories per gram, as opposed to the 4 calories per gram of carbohydrates. Fats are extremely important in any diet as well. Too little fat can cause dry skin, joint problems, and suppressed hormone levels. So it could also be divided into 2 groups: the good fats and the bad fats. So let's go a little bit into this. The bad fats are the trans and saturated fats. These fats, for example, are found in ice cream, fried foods, cheese, pizza, etc. It's also found in meat products, such as chicken, beef, all of those. I'm going to go further into that when we talk about protein. So, those are the bad fats. The good fats are the unsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, which are avocados, nuts, olive oil, salmon, all of those, etc. The list goes on and on. You could probably look these up if you want more of those. So dietary fat will also help you feel more satisfied and full after a meal, which is really important because you won't get those cravings that you want to like keep eating food. And it's very important because if your goal is to like lose weight, then you want your calories to be at a deficit from your maintenance calories. So fats should compose around 20 to 30% of your daily caloric intake. That's a good ballpark figure to aim for. So our next one is protein. So protein is 4 calories per gram. And protein is extremely important in muscle growth because it supports muscle tissue. If you want to gain muscle, you've got to consume plenty of protein, pretty much what it comes down to. And how much protein do you ask? So it's basically around 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. And here's where the saturated fats come in. You want to try to get the lean forms of protein. So what are lean forms of protein? It's the ones that are like lean chicken, like chicken breast, no fat. If you could get a lean steak, fish is pretty lean, depending on what type. Tilapia is a good example. And that's important because animal source protein usually contains saturated fats, and you just want to try to avoid saturated fats as much as possible. So you also want to time your protein in the sense that you try to spread the consumption throughout the entire day so that your body can properly absorb the maximum amount it can. Because if you just have one huge protein meal, that's not the best for your body, and you might just probably excrete it. So you want your body to be absorbing protein throughout the day. Okay, now I'm going to go into an important topic, which is the topic of hydration. And pretty much if you're training, if you're exercising, if you're trying to be the healthiest person, you need to focus on hydration. You want to avoid dehydration at all costs. You want to make sure you drink plenty of water at a bare minimum. If you're not doing anything, just sitting on your ass, you want to drink 8 cups per day. If you're training, aim for like a gallon or about 16 cups per day, which is double the previous amount. Because the reasons for hydration, which I mean, your body's composed of 60% of water at least. You need to maintain those body fluids high. It allows you to control calories via not drinking calories, which is avoid soft drinks at all costs because they're full of sugars, full of chemicals, and they're just not good for you. Hydration helps energize your cells, which in turn energizes your muscles. Low hydration makes you feel like shit, honestly. So you just want to make sure you're drinking enough water. Also, it helps your kidneys be free of toxins. You don't want kidney stones and none of that, and it also helps you maintain normal bowel behavior, which is extremely important as well. So now let's bring this all together. I know I've been talking a lot, so let's try to make this as clear as possible, so that you can understand this the best way possible. So this is how you could build a personalized diet that can match your personal goals. So pretty much calories. Find an adequate amount based on your goals. I'm going to repeat that. Find an adequate amount based on your goals. So MyFitnessPal is probably like the go-to, I think, here. And it's pretty simple to use. So I would hop on that if you can. Macronutrient wise, let's talk about each a little bit. So fats, remember 20 to 30% of your daily calories. And you want to avoid saturated fats as much as possible. You're always going to have a little bit, but you want to avoid them as much as possible. Proteins, you want to get about 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body fat. Body weight. So, repeat that. About 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. The leaner you are, probably the more protein you will need in this sense. Carbohydrates. So now that we have our calories coming from fats and proteins, we have to complete that with the carbohydrates. So to complete the rest of your daily calories with carbohydrates, remember to eat the majority of your daily carbs during periods of activity. And the last one is hydration. So try to stick to around a gallon a day, or at least aim for a gallon a day, which is super important if you are training, exercising, etc.